everybody, I'm Brutazilla, and this review is going to be on one of my somewhat newest purchases. I got him a while back, and I want to first off say a huge thanks to, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right, man, Steve Coach-Fury Holiner. Thank you very much, man, for selling me this guy. I love him to death. He's a really, really great figure, very beautiful, and it is the 30cm Gamera 1967, and this is the plain box. I noticed it's got like a little Kodansha Kodokawa sticker showing you that it's an official Gamera license, since Toho makes Godzilla and they make Gamera, and I don't know what this sticker is. I usually see stickers like this on the Rick Boy, but this is a standard that I got, so I don't know what that sticker is for, but just a plain simple box, you know, just a silhouette of Gamera and saying 67. Okay, now on to the figure. Beautiful, beautiful figure. This is the only 30cm Gamera figure that I currently own right now, and it is from my favorite Gamera movie. I have two favorite Gamera movies actually, but the thing is, I count them as both my favorite Gamera movie. Gamera vs. Gyaos and Gamera Guardian of the Universe. I can't pick which one I like better. You know, they're just both great movies, so I pretty much put them in the category of #1 favorite Gamera movie, because I like them both equally. So yeah. The sculpt on this guy is just beautiful. It's really amazing. It looks just like the suit. You know, like the way the goofiness, or kind of a little goofy, but more kid friendly. And I'll talk more about that when I do the size comparisons. But yeah. Detail is really, really great. Obviously, this is the sculpt. You know, the figure they chose. I mean, fuck, I haven't done these reviews in a while. Forgive me, but it's pretty much based off the suit used in the original Gamera vs. Gyaos 1967 classic, and they pretty much nailed it. I love the way he looks, all the wrinkles, and he looks a little skinny. You know, that's how he kind of looks in the movie too, a little skinny. And just the way they did everything, the long fingernails, the teeth here, the paint job on the tongue and the mouth, the tusks, and then how the eyeballs look like glass eyes, and they really shine, like, you know, when you get them in the light. And then they also got hopefully you guys can see that they also got veins in the eyes too. Really, really cool. And then all the little individual spikes on his back. And no, they're not like Angus's spikes, or they hurt. You know, like, I mean, like if you just like kind of go like that, they're not gonna hurt you or whatnot. But yeah, they're just kind of cool the way they individually look, going all the way down, and then they kind of curve up a little down here, and then the little tail, which obviously helps support him. And just amazing figure, you know. Not really much to say. Just looking at it is just freaking amazing. But yeah, and he's pretty much charcoal all over except the fingernails, bony, like a bone color, and then the teeth. You know, then the eyeballs are kind of not really white. They're kind of like almost the same. They kind of resemble the same color as the fingernails and toenails too, bone colorish. But yeah, really, really great figure. I want to do some size comparisons now, and first off, the one size comparison I want to do right off the bat is a figure that I've read on the X-Plus collectors group. They apparently had teased this guy and that's mainly the reason, one of the main reasons why I wanted to get this guy, because um, they teased a 30 centimeter Gyaos, and he kind of really doesn't. No, he stands. He kind of suffered a little bit from the heat in my room, before I put the air conditioner in. But yeah, he kind of. I think without this base, he would definitely be tipping over. But that's why he kind of leans now. Even the base kind of leans. But yeah, anyway, they teased a 30 centimeter Gyaos, and I really hope they come out with a 30 centimeter Gyaos, because this is the 25 centimeters Gyaos. I love this Gyaos, but I just wish they made a 30 centimeter Gyaos, to go with this guy, because I'm sure it would look really amazing. This Gyaos, this 25 centimeter looks amazing, and I love the base, how it's pretty much the look of the cave in the movie, of when he's in the cave. But yeah, definitely not in scale if you want to get a 1967 Gamera and a 1967 Gyaos. But hopefully we'll get an in-scale Gyaos in the future, since they apparently teased him. But yeah, that's your 25 centimeter Gyaos there. And now, this one I have to do a double, because another one that kind of suffered from the heat is pretty much Gamera, my 25 centimeter Gamera. As you can see, he kind of leans, and so what I have to do is, I could use the blow dryer technique on him or in the Gyaos, but I just really haven't had the time to do it, and laziness. But also, I have to pretty much tilt him on Barugan, so there's a double size comparison. Oh, good God. I usually do it like this, kind of, but yeah, I kind of want to get them all in the frame here, so let's do it like that for now. But yeah, 25 centimeter Gamera, 66, and 25 centimeter Barugan, 66, both from the same movie, Gamera vs. Barugan. And I had mentioned earlier that this Gamera was a little more kid-friendly compared to this Gamera. The thing is, this Gamera is from the movie Gamera vs. Barugan, like I just said, and it was before they started doing anything with the kids. I mean, the first black and white Gamera movie they had a kid in it, but it wasn't really, like, the kid wasn't really annoying or whatever, or, like, it wasn't a main part of the story. And Gamera vs. Barugan had no kids at all, and it was like completely, the storyline, was just this really, really good story. But they kind of made Gamera a little more fierce in the second Gamera movie, Barugan. He kind of looked fierce in the original black and white movie, but I think he looked more fierce in the Barugan movie, and that is kind of why I think, even though this is my favorite movie from He Comes From, I kind of like this suit better. That's why Gamera vs. Barugan is probably my second favorite Gamera movie, since I count Gamera vs. Gyaos and Guardian of the Universe number 1, both number 1. But number 2 Gamera favorite movie would have to be this one. And I just love the way the suit looks. He looks like, like I said, fierce and mean looking, and compared to this suit, obviously this one's a little more goofier, or somewhat kid friendly, not super kid friendly, but a little more friendly, because Gamera vs. Gyaos was when they actually had a kid in it again, but it wasn't to the point where it was annoying, like in the later Gamera movies, where it was just kid mania, with all this kids screaming. I grew up with that stuff, but now that I'm older, it's tolerable. I mean, it's still annoying as hell, but yeah. At least this one here doesn't come from one of those kid ones where they. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the kid ones. I love the kid movies. Like I said, I grew up with them, but yeah. Anyway, that's why this guy looks a little more kid friendly, because I guess they were leaning towards the kid idea. Maybe in Gamera vs. Gyaos a little bit before they went crazy with it afterwards, and the suit changed again to be a little more kid friendly. But yeah, there's your size comparison with these two guys. Alright. And, of course, what size comparison wouldn't be complete without size comparison Godzilla? And I'm going to do two Godzilla figures that are pretty much the closest year in 30 centimeters that I have to this Gamera. The first off I'm going to do is, well, I guess I could do them both at the same time. Yeah, what the hell, I'll do them both at the same time. Godzilla 1968, which is the closest of the 30 centimeter year, and I think I can fit them all on here. Godzilla 1964. Now, let's see if I can get them all side by side. Maybe I should have done it like that. Well, yeah, I'll do them separate. Because I can do a better size comparison better. Because of his tail. Alright. Hopefully he's getting in the screen. I'll just kind of hold him here, but as you can see, this Godzilla, well, is pretty much more in scale when it comes to 30 centimeters. Like, I guess this would be a perfect scale, somewhat. I don't know, I always pictured Gamera a little bit shorter, but this is kind of short right here, you know, for these two right here. Could be because maybe Gamera's head is looking up, kind of. But as far as 30 centimeters goes, these two kind of actually look great together. Like I said, Godzilla I picture always a little bit taller than Gamera. So yeah, these two kind of look good in scale. But when it comes to the 68 Godzilla, it doesn't really look to scale. You know, if you're a scaleaholic or whatever, they don't look in scale. But that doesn't really change the fact that they both look great together if you put them on the shelf next to each other. Since this is the 67 and the 68, this is without a doubt one of the most recognizable Godzilla designs out there. And this, I could say the same, you know, for the Showa era, I should say, and then for the Gamera Showa era, this is probably one of the most recognizable designs. I mean, because when you think Gamera Showa, you know, you think of the, even though, you know, you're going to think automatically the kid-friendly Gamera, so this is the closest to the kid Gamera friendly that we have in the 30 centimeter line. But because they haven't made any other 30 centimeter Gameras from the Showa era but this one. It'd be neat if they made one from Gamera's Barugan, but I'm happy with my 25 centimeter version. And unfortunately, I don't have any other 30 centimeter Gameras to compare them to. I don't own any of the Gamera trilogy movies, X-Plus figures, which I really would want to get, just the first one. 2 and 3, I like them, but when it comes to Gamera Guardian of the Universe, obviously that's my favorite, along with Gyaos. So I would love to get a Gamera X-Plus figure from Gamera Guardian of the Universe, the 1995 30 centimeter figure. But yeah, that is pretty much my review, guys, on this guy. Sorry if I kind of messed up here and there. It's been a while since I've done these reviews. I kind of wanted to change a little bit of things around and trying something a little bit different, a little tiny bit different from my normal routine. Just, you know, want to talk about my favorite movies and like say why and blah blah blah. Well, I guess I could do that right now. Why Gamera vs. Gyaos is my favorite movie, along with Gamera Guardian of the Universe. I just love I always loved Gamera vs. Gyaos. I mean, Gamera is one of my other favorite monsters besides Godzilla. That's not in the Godzilla universe. Like, if I think of any other kaiju out there, it would be Gamera, because I grew up with Gamera just like I did with Godzilla. I bought all the VHS tapes and from the Sandy Frank dub. I forgot what the hell they were called. 4Kids or Celebrity something. I think they were 4Kids. No, that's that damn. No, it's not 4Kids. Something Celebrity Kids, I think. Something like that. Sandy Frank dub VHS tapes. That's what I grew up with, and this was always the one that, you know, pretty much was my all-time favorite growing up as a kid. And then when Gamera Guardian of the Universe came out, that became another instant favorite just because of Gyaos. I love the Gyaos design. Gyaos, I'll just bring him back out. since this is the only Gyaos that I have an X-Plus, well, currently it's the only Gyaos X-Plus figure in the 25cm or 30. But I just love the design of Gyaos, new and old. Especially the one from Guardian. Both of them. I love the Showa and the Guardian Universe Gyaos. I love both looks. I even like the look of Space Gyaos from his little tiny appearance in Gamera vs. Guron, when it's just pretty much the Showa Gyaos but with a silver paint job. But yeah, I just love both movies. I love the Gyaos design. Really great stories in both movies. I can't pick one over the other. That's why I love both of them equally. And Gyaos is pretty much a great villain next to Gamera. I mean, he's pretty much like Godzilla is to King Ghidorah, or Batman is to Joker. Gyaos is Gamera's ultimate arch rival. Yeah, Gyaos is a cool villain, and I kind of like how they use him later, and I kind of don't like how they use him later in the movies, because it seems in Gamera vs. Gyaos and Gamera Guardian of the Universe, in my opinion, those were the strongest Gyauses. But then, like, when you see Gyaos in the other movies, they kind of seem to, I don't know, kind of weaken the character, weaken the monster or kaiju. What I mean by that is, it seems like he's not as powerful a threat as he would be by himself, like he was in those two movies, because in Gamera versus Iris, or no, Gamera 3, I mean, not Gamera versus Iris, Revenge of Iris, they used the Gyaos character, but they attacked in swarms, and they kind of didn't seem like too big of a threat to Gamera, even though they were in a swarm, because Gamera was just like kind of knocking them out with his fireballs, just killing them left and right. And the same thing can be said in Gamera the Brave, where all the Gyauses were all swarming on the dad, the dad Gamera. I don't know if that's Toto's. I'm pretty sure that's Toto's dad in the Gamera the Brave movie, but they were swarming all over him in the movie. But like I said, they kind of weaken the character a little bit, because it seems like they have to attack in swarms. Otherwise, if they attack by themselves, they just kind of get blown up to smithereens, That's just my opinion. That's why, I love the Gyaos designs later on in those two movies, but I think when it comes to the strongest Gyauses, I would have to say the original and the first Gyaos from Guardian of the Universe were probably the strongest, what the hell, the strongest ones. But yeah, that's pretty much why I love these two characters. Both movies. I love them both equally, and can't pick one or the other. So yeah, hopefully we get a Gyaos X-Plus figure in 30 centimeters, so that way I have a complete set of Gamera and Gyaos in the right scale. Hopefully when they do make Gyaos, he's in the right scale, and he'd be probably about right up to yay high, because he was definitely taller than Gamera. And yeah, this is my review on Gamera here, so please comment, like, and subscribe if you guys want to see more, and until next time, everybody, peace out.